Well, like so many places, Hawaii is struggling during the pandemic. Its economy relies on travel and tourism, so the state has been especially hard hit. The University of Hawaii's Economic Research Organization has been tracking the impact on businesses, and recent research found that between 6 and 15% of local businesses may have to close permanently. An earlier study determined the state's economy might not return to pre-COVID levels until 2029. And a separate Yelp study suggested nearly 900 businesses on the island of Oahu have closed either temporarily or permanently. Well, to discuss this, we'd like to bring in Sherry Menor-McNamara, who's the president and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce Hawaii, which partners with the University of Hawaii to conduct some of this research. And she joins us now live from Honolulu. Thank you very much for being here with us. Those statistics we cited there are frightening. Your colleagues at the
thank you for having me here.
Yeah, thank you for coming. The Kauai Chamber of Commerce reported that more than a third of Kauai businesses could fail within the next 6 months. How bad is the situation across the state?
Well,
and we are
Hawaii,
having a bit of a delay. We should just tell our viewers.
States that have the lowest. Yes. Okay. Hawaii experienced one of the lowest unemployment rate in the nation pre-COVID. As soon as COVID hit our state, it went up to one of the highest in the nation, leaving more than 200,000 people unemployed almost overnight. So as you can imagine, it's been having a devastating impact on our economy. We did partner with UHERO on a couple of surveys, and the most recent survey showed that 75% of businesses had to either cut positions or make other reductions. 1 in 6 businesses said that they cannot survive COVID, and about 40% said that they cannot reopen until tourism reopens in Hawaii.
Wow. Now, so that was, there was a first shutdown, now a second shutdown in Oahu. I imagine many business owners and the employees also who depend on those paychecks are scared that if, the first shutdown didn't bankrupt them, well, the second one will.
Right. Unfortunately, we were forced to have a second shutdown due to our triple-digit cases. As you can imagine, many small businesses or local businesses were on their last lifeline before the second shutdown. And so they have already been in a dire situation. And when this second shutdown took place with only 2 days' notice, you can imagine how they're going to get out of this. And that's what we're worried about. Having our local businesses go away and essentially changing the fabric and livelihood of our communities.
Yeah, what about the federal programs that were supposed to help, like the Paycheck Protection Program, loans meant specifically to help small businesses? Is any of that help getting to Hawaii?
Well, we received about $2 billion, so it did help many of our businesses in Hawaii, but like many businesses across the nation, they spent those PPP monies based on the original deadline. So many have run out of money, and without additional federal support as well as state support, unfortunately, I don't think many of these businesses will be able to survive. Hawaii does rely on the tourism industry. It is our #1 economic driver, and so if tourism doesn't reopen for us, then we will see a second wave of businesses shutting down, not only those directly impacted, such as accommodations, attractions, restaurants, retail, but a lot more that goes along the supply chain that support tourism in Hawaii.
You mentioned you need more help from the state and from the federal government. We know the state is facing record shortfalls. They're asking for more money from the federal government, but all of that is stuck in Congress. That must be frustrating, when every day you see businesses are wondering if they have enough money to last another day.
Absolutely, Kim. And we've been hearing the stories every day. We get phone calls on a regular basis from small business owners wondering what else can they do to keep their doors open. So it's definitely have a devastating economic impact. They are in a dire situation. And we need to do what we can to support our businesses to sustain their operations during this most challenging time. And that's why it's so critical that we receive federal support, again, on a state level as well, providing financial relief temporarily so that they can continue to keep jobs in place and keep people employed during this time.
All right. Well, listen, we wish you the best of luck during this very difficult time. Thank you very much for coming on and talking to us, Sherry Menor-McNamara.